Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about module number 1, that is introduction to power system, overhead transmission lines and overhead line insulators. So here we are going to discuss about the concept galloping of conductors. Okay, now we are going to discuss about galloping of conductors. It is nothing but one of the vibrations. Actually there are two types of vibrations. One is called Aeolian vibrations, another one is called as galloping of conductors, or it is also called as dancing of conductors. The another name of galloping of conductors is called dancing of conductors. So first of all, here galloping means, that is dancing of conductors. So the conductor may get dance here whenever the wind will hits that conductor in perpendicular direction, then conductor will move in vertical plane from its original position to its maximum right hand and maximum right hand to left hand. That means it will go back and again it come front. So galloping means simply called as dancing of conductors at low frequency and high amplitude. That means once the wind with the range like 2 to 40 km per hour or 2 to 40 meters per second wind velocity, whenever that air will hit that surface of the conductor in perpendicular direction, then automatically the conductor will dance, because dance means the conductor will move from its original position to right hand and right hand to left hand at the low frequency. Low frequency means which is appeared very low manner compared to galloping of conductors to Aeolian vibrations. Aeolian vibrations takes place with high frequency and low amplitude, but galloping of conductors takes place with low frequency and high amplitude. So in comparison to the Aeolian vibrations, if you discuss about that amplitude, the amplitude generally lies in the range between like for Aeolian vibrations the amplitude lies in the range between like 2 to 5 centimeter and the frequency is 8 to 40 hertz only for Aeolian vibrations. But if you compare that frequency 8 to 40 hertz and the amplitude like 2 to 5 centimeter, and it is high frequency low amplitude vibrations. If you compare these points with now dancing of conductors or galloping vibrations, in case of galloping conductors the frequency is low and amplitude is very high, because these are the oscillations of complete span of conductors. That means wherever the air will hit the conductor in perpendicular direction, then galloping of vibrations takes place for entire span of the conductor which is connected between the two successive poles. That means it causes that longitudinal movement of the conductors, that means in vertical plane, through the conductor clamps, even though if it is connected very tightly, but vibrations takes place in the range between 0.25 Hz to 1.5 Hz. So here the frequency is very low, that's why it is a low frequency and high amplitude. High amplitude means the amplitude of galloping conductors takes place with 6 meters. Here in terms of units are 6 meters, but earlier in Aeolian vibrations that amplitude is like 2 to 5 centimeters, but now here it is 6 meters. And again if you see that frequency, here it is very low, that is 0.25 to 1.5 Hz. But in Aeolian vibrations the frequency lies in the range between, for Aeolian vibrations the frequency lies in the range between 8 to 40 Hz. There 8 to 40 Hz, but here it is 0.5 Hz to 1.5 Hz. So that's why galloping of conductors, that is dancing of conductors, whose frequency is low because it lies just in the range between 0.5 to 1.5 Hz, but having high amplitude because these are takes place in terms of meters like 6 meters. So for better understand, here I am going to show the three modes of galloping. So if you are seeing here one loop galloping structure, and here it is two loop galloping structure, and here it is three loop galloping structure. First of all, here we will see that one loop galloping structure. One loop galloping structure means whenever that high wind velocity, that air will hit that original conductor which is represented in dotted line here, then conductor move to its left hand and again to the right hand. So the length between these two thick lines is called as amplitude of the vibrations. This is measured for galloping of vibrations in terms of meters. For ALN vibrations it is measured in terms of centimeters. So and it is one loop galloping vibrations because there is a one loop structure. If you see that between the two successive poles from this point to this point with this thick line structure having that one loop structure, hence these vibrations are called as one loop galloping vibrations, and other vibrations called as two loop galloping vibrations. When two loop galloping vibrations are also takes place whenever that high wind velocity hit the conductor which is represented that dotted line. By that time, if you see that movement of that conductor, that means it looks like this shape, hence the vibrations are called as two loop because there is a two loop structure here, and another vibrations are there, another galloping vibration, that is three loop galloping vibrations. In three loop galloping vibrations, this is that actual place or actual location of the conductor, that is the dotted line which is represented between the two successive poles. Due to that high wind pressure, whenever it hits the conductor in perpendicular direction, then conductor will move in this way from left hand to the right hand, and there are three loops of structure as like this. Once the conductor is dancing, then the type of galloping is called as three loop galloping vibrations. So these are the three possible galloping vibrations which are takes place due to that high wind velocity, and the amplitude of this either one loop structure or two loop vibrations or three loop vibrations, it is very high and it is measured in terms of meters. Therefore, the wind blows past the non-circular conductor. That means before wind bleeding, the conductor is exactly placed like a dotted line how it is shown in the three figures, like one loop vibration, two loop vibrations and three loop vibrations. Once the wind hits that surface area of the conductor, then galloping starts. Oscillations are built on their own conductor and galloping becomes very large, which is measured in terms of meters, and the path of conductor is elliptical in galloping. This and all caused because of its flexible fatigue, because it is made up of with one material having that capability to move the conductor either in one loop structure or two loop structure or three loop structure. So there is a possibility that conductor may rip off from the pin insulators, because whenever there is a difficulty, whenever it forms like a two loop structure, three loop structure, if I want to remove this difficulty of that conductor due to that high wind pressure which makes like two loop structure or three loop structure physically, I want to remove this two loop structure and three loop structure. Simply I want to rip it off. That means I want to remove that conductor from pin insulators or either string type insulators, and again I want to reconstruct in a clear manner. There I can remove this complexity which is takes place between the two successive poles due to that high wind pressure. So even though the amplitude is very large, then there is a more sag if it is there between the two successive poles for the conductor. Then clashing of conductor with the earth occurs, then simply flashover may result. Then conductor may break down, like either double L fault or triple L fault may takes place. So galloping vibrations are rarely occurred on the power system, but may occur during icing conditions during winter season. So care to be taken while we are designing that transmission system. It is not going to occur that either galloping vibrations like two loop or three loop structure. Failing which it affects that insulator, towers and supporting accessories very badly whenever it occurs that galloping vibrations. So once galloping vibration takes place, it may cause to failure that insulator or towers or supporting accessories which is take a part of the transmission system. So while we are designing the transmission system, proper care should be taken, and the amplitude of possible galloping structures is considered and it is limited in longitudinal manner. Horizontal configurations of conductors can be avoided, and clashing of conductors during galloping also may be allowed. Thank you.